Have you ever had one of those quiet moments? You're sitting by the window with your tea, watching the wind rustle the trees, and suddenly you wonder, how much time do I really have left? That question doesn't come from fear. It comes from wisdom. It's something many seniors ask, not because they're giving up, but because they're finally starting to listen. Listen to their bodies, their energy, their reflection in the mirror, the way they move, or the way the world seems to move a little faster than they do. But what if I told you this? Your body already knows how well you're aging. It's been telling you for years. Subtle signals, quiet messages. Not in words, but in movement, strength, rhythm, and change. And the good news? These signs aren't just for doctors to interpret. You can see them, feel them, and even improve them. Because longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. In this video, I want to take you on a slow, thoughtful walk through 7 powerful signs, based on real science and real stories, that show whether you're on track to live longer than most people your age. And as we talk through each one, I hope you'll find pieces of your own story, reflections from your own experience, maybe even a little spark of hope that it's not too late to keep living fully, joyfully, and with strength. Let's begin with something simple. Something you probably haven't thought much about, but science has. Your walking speed. It turns out, how fast you walk, especially after 70, is one of the strongest indicators of how long you'll live. Researchers from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors who maintain a steady, confident walking pace often live significantly longer than those who slow down too much or shuffle their steps. Why? Because walking isn't just walking. It's your heart, your lungs, your legs, your nervous system, your balance, your coordination. All of those systems working together to move you forward. If they're still functioning well, that's a good sign. If you've slowed down a lot lately, it might be your body asking for help. Now think of 2 people. Frank and Joe. Both 78. Both retired. Both had similar lives. Frank used to walk every morning. But over the years, his steps became slower. He stopped going as far. Started avoiding inclines. Didn't want to push it. He thought it was normal. Joe, on the other hand, made a habit of walking 20 minutes every day. Even when it rained, even when his knees ached. He didn't do it fast, but he did it steadily. He didn't walk like someone escaping age. He walked like someone embracing life. 10 years later, Frank was mostly indoors. Slower. Weaker. Joe was still walking, maybe not faster, but forward. That's not fiction. That's a real pattern. In elderly reflections across cultures and countries, one phrase keeps coming up. Keep moving, or you'll stop living. Now, if you're noticing that you've slowed down, don't be discouraged. You can change that. Even 5 minutes of walking today is better than none. Use a cane, use support, but use your legs. Because in senior health, movement is medicine. And walking is your daily prescription. The second sign is in your hands. More specifically, your grip strength. When was the last time you opened a stubborn jar? Carried groceries without effort? Shook someone's hand and felt proud of the strength you still had? Grip strength isn't just about your hands. It reflects the strength of your arms, shoulders, nerves, and even your heart. Studies from The Lancet found that weak grip strength is linked to increased risk of heart disease, shorter lifespan, and even cognitive decline. Let that sink in. Your handshake might be telling you more about your health than your blood pressure. And yet, it's something most seniors don't think about. We accept it when opening a water bottle becomes harder. We say, "Oh, it's just arthritis." We laugh it off when we can't twist a lid. But what if that's your body asking you to hold on tighter, not just to objects, but to yourself? Robert, 80 years old, shared a beautiful life lesson from the elderly community. I test my life by whether I can still open the peanut butter. When I can't, I work on it. Because I'm not letting go until I have to. It's powerful, isn't it? If you feel your grip has weakened, don't ignore it. Start squeezing a tennis ball during TV time. Use light dumbbells, 1 or 2 pounds, to build strength. Try hanging onto a countertop and doing fingertip taps. The goal isn't to compete. It's to reconnect with your strength. And now we come to sign number 3. One of the quietest, but most important. Your balance. You don't think about balance until you lose it. But here's what science says. If you can stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds, without swaying or holding onto something, you have a significantly lower risk of falling and a higher chance of living longer. It's a test of coordination, brain-to-body communication, inner ear function, muscular control. And in the elderly, it predicts independence. So try it now, if you can. Take off your shoes. Stand tall. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Count to 10. How did that feel? If it was hard, don't worry. Most people haven't practiced balance in years. But like any skill, it can be reawakened. Carol, 74, told us this in an elderly wisdom interview. Balance isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's spiritual. When I'm centered in my body, I'm more centered in life. That quote stayed with us. Because it's true. Practicing balance improves everything, from your confidence to your brain health. And it doesn't take much. Hold on to the back of a chair, and lift one leg for 10 seconds a few times a day. Try walking heel to toe down your hallway. Even simple foot circles while sitting can strengthen those stabilizing muscles. You don't have to do yoga on one leg. You just have to remind your body. I'm still standing. And if you do fall, get up and start again. Because falling isn't the failure, staying down is. So here's a quote for motivation, something we often say on this channel. You're not too old to get stronger. You're too strong to act like you're old. That, right there, is the spirit we believe in. There's a simple little test you can try right now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. No support, no holding the wall. Just balance. Can you hold it for 10 seconds? If yes, congratulations, you've just passed one of the most powerful predictors of longevity after 70. If not, don't worry. Because here's the thing, balance is like a muscle. You can train it. You can get it back. Researchers have found that people who struggle to balance are more likely to face falls, fractures, and even early cognitive decline. But seniors who maintain good balance, they tend to live longer, stay sharper, and keep their independence much longer than expected. Balance isn't just about physical stability, it's about brain health, reflexes, and coordination. That's why yoga, tai chi, or even simple exercises like heel-to-toe walking can work wonders. Let me share a story that speaks volumes, something that stuck with me from one of our elderly reflections interviews. A woman named Carol, 74 years old, told us, "I don't want to be remembered as someone who fell. I want to be remembered as someone who kept standing, no matter what." That's elderly wisdom in its purest form. And if that speaks to you, try practicing for just 30 seconds a day. Stand on one foot while brushing your teeth. Do gentle stretches. Ask your body to stay present. Because the more you train it, the more it will show up for you. Now let's move into a place that many seniors quietly struggle with, often without realizing how much it affects their lifespan: sleep. Sleep isn't just rest. It's repair. It's when your brain clears out toxins. When your immune system resets. When your heart rate calms and your body rebuilds. But after 70, many seniors begin to accept poor sleep as just part of aging. They wake up multiple times, feel unrest, and think, well, this is normal now. But here's the motivation I want to give you today. It doesn't have to be. People who sleep well after 70 have been shown to enjoy longer lives and better memory. It's not about sleeping longer, it's about sleeping better. Think of someone like Henry, 76. He has a wind-down routine. No screens before bed. Light dinner. A walk in the evening. He's asleep by 10 and up by 6, feeling sharp and ready for the day. Then there's Bill. Also 76. But he stays up late watching TV, eats heavy food at night, and often wakes up groggy, frustrated, and forgetful. Over time, that sleep debt builds up, and so do health issues. If you relate more to Bill, don't feel discouraged. Because sleep can be improved. Avoid heavy meals and bright screens before bed. Get 10 minutes of morning sunlight to reset your body clock. Keep your room cool and quiet. And don't underestimate the power of a calming bedtime ritual, maybe reading, praying, or reflecting on a quote from the day. Here's one that might help tonight. Rest isn't a reward for doing enough. It's the foundation for doing more. And for seniors, rest is not a luxury, it's medicine. Now, let's talk about something that's often ignored, until it becomes a problem. Your appetite. After 70, many seniors experience a change in appetite, but when you lose interest in food, it's not just about taste. It's a signal. A healthy appetite means your metabolism is working, your body is absorbing nutrients, and your systems are in balance. But when eating feels like a chore, or when you're unintentionally losing weight, it could be a sign of deeper issues, digestive problems, hormonal shifts, even early cognitive decline. Think of Margaret and Susan, both 74. Margaret still enjoys preparing simple, nourishing meals. She eats colorful foods, gets enough protein, and feels energized. Susan, on the other hand, has stopped cooking. She skips meals, relies on processed snacks, and has lost 10 pounds without trying. It's subtle, but it matters. Because when your body isn't getting what it needs, your muscles weaken, your energy drops, and your immune system takes a hit. But just like balance and sleep, appetite can be restored. Try small, frequent meals. Add flavor with herbs and spices. Eat with others when possible, because loneliness at meals can kill your appetite just as fast as any illness. And if you're someone who says, "I just don't feel hungry anymore," ask yourself this. When was the last time you truly looked forward to a meal? Because nourishing yourself isn't just about food, it's about self-respect. It's about choosing to fuel the life you still want to live. In our collection of life lessons from the elderly, one quote stands out for this moment. Don't stop feeding your body, just because the world stopped feeding your soul. So let's change that. One meal at a time. Let's talk about something we all feel, but not everyone admits. Stress. It doesn't disappear with age. In fact, for many seniors, it becomes more intense, quiet, hidden stress. Worry about health. About money. About your children or grandchildren. About being forgotten. But here's what science and experience tells us. How you handle stress after 70 can determine how long and how well you live. Chronic stress doesn't just make you feel bad, it literally changes your body. It raises blood pressure, weakens your immune system, disrupts sleep, speeds up aging, and it wears down your heart, not just emotionally, but physically. Let me tell you about John and Richard, both 76. John meditates each morning. He takes deep breaths when things go wrong. He's not perfect, but he's present. Richard, on the other hand, holds on to everything. Resentments, frustrations, old regrets. You can see it in his face, hear it in his voice. Over time, it's aged him far beyond his years. Stress, if left unmanaged, becomes a slow poison. But the good news? You don't need medication to fix it. You just need practices. A little bit of elderly wisdom. Breathe. Move. Laugh. Talk. Pray. Even a short walk outside. A quiet moment with a favorite book. Listening to music that touches your soul. These are not luxuries, they are lifelines. So ask yourself today. When life throws you a curveball, do you breathe through it, or break under it? Because senior health isn't just physical, it's emotional resilience too. And that brings us to the final sign. One of the most powerful indicators of a long and meaningful life. Your social connections. Loneliness has been called the silent killer of the elderly. Studies show that isolation can increase your risk of dementia, heart disease, depression, and early death. And yet, many seniors slowly drift away from others. A phone call missed here. A gathering skipped there. And before they know it, silence. But those who live long, really live long, don't just breathe longer. They connect deeper. They call their friends. They join a walking group. They volunteer at the local center. They stay curious, involved, human. You don't need dozens of people. You just need a few who make you feel seen. Eleanor, 78, once told us, "You want to live longer? Don't count your pills. Count your conversations." That quote still gives us chills. Because it's true. Whether it's chatting with a neighbor, joining an online community, or simply texting your grandchild, connection keeps you alive in every sense of the word. So if it's been a while since you reached out, do it today. Don't wait for someone else to make the first move. You are still someone's light. And maybe, just maybe, they're waiting for you, too. Now that we've gone through all 7 signs, let's take a quiet moment together. Where do you see yourself? Are you walking steadily through life, or do you feel yourself slowing? Is your handshake strong, or has it weakened with time? Do you sleep deeply, eat well, handle stress calmly, and stay connected? The answers don't have to be perfect. They just have to be honest. Because honesty is the starting line of healing. And healing, at any age, is a choice. Here's what I want you to remember. Most of these signs? They're not set in stone. You can improve your walking speed. You can build strength, balance, sleep, nutrition, even your relationships. Your story is still being written. And every day, you hold the pen. So if you've recognized yourself in some of these signs, good. That means you're paying attention. That means you care. And if some of the signs made you uncomfortable, even better. Because awareness is the first step toward transformation. Here's one final quote from our Life Lessons from the Elderly series. Aging is not about fading, it's about focusing. On what matters. On what remains. On what still can be. So I want to leave you with this. Walk a little more. Eat a little better. Sleep a little deeper. Call someone you love. Laugh. Reflect. And never forget, you are not too old to grow stronger, wiser, or happier. You are a living collection of experiences. A library of memories. And whether you're 71 or 91, the next chapter of your life still belongs to you. Thank you for being here with us today. If any part of this video spoke to your heart, leave a comment below and tell us. What's one thing you plan to improve starting today? Your story matters, and we read every word. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss another video filled with elderly wisdom, senior health tips, and life lessons that matter. Until next time, here's to your health. Here's to your strength. And here's to living your best life, at any age.